Good morning and happy Thanksgiving. A messy storm moving in over the next several hours with rain, wintry mix, and snow, the heaviest of which will fall after noontime today and through this evening. There is the chance for several inches of snowfall, especially across higher elevations. Very difficult travel developing later on today. And with that heavy, wet snow in some parts of the state, there is the chance for some scattered power outages. The best time to travel locally across the state will be through about mid-morning. After that, the rain and snow really picks up in intensity by this afternoon. High travel impacts due to weather for many because of the rain and snow really starting to come down at a good clip. Here's a look at our latest snowfall forecast. Some very minor changes as of early this morning, and that's mainly just for far southern New Hampshire. We trimmed back totals just a little bit in places like Concord, Manchester, and Nashua. We may pick up a slushy coating to an inch in the Merrimack Valley after most of this storm winds up being rain, but by this evening, there may be a brief flip over to snow. The same is true for the greater Dover and Rochester area. But once you get to the north and west of Concord and go up in elevation, that's where snow totals quickly pile up from the Monadnock region up toward Lake Sunapee and Plymouth. There's the chance of 5 to 9 inches of snow. That is also the case for parts of the Mount Washington Valley, points north up through Pinkham Notch and into the Route 16 corridor of Coos County. Somewhat lower snowfall totals out by Keene, as well as right along the banks of the Connecticut River, about 3 or 4 inches in the valleys there, and locally as much as 5, especially on hilltops. Here's the storm this morning. Lots of heavy rain and snow breaking out over New York and Pennsylvania, and all of that is shifting in our direction over the next several hours. By 8 o'clock this morning, it's some light rain and snow breaking out over central and southern New Hampshire, but even at this point, road conditions are still okay. The precipitation will pick up in intensity slowly but surely through late morning into the midday hours, and by noontime, that's when the travel conditions really start to deteriorate, especially areas north and west of the state capital. It is mostly rain from Manchester to Nashua and points east, so I think travel through the afternoon hours over much of Rockingham County is completely fine. With that said, over higher elevations of the Monadnock region, up through Lebanon and the Lakes region, a good thump of moderate to heavy snow is expected this afternoon. And by early this evening, the rain may actually briefly flip back over to snow in places like Rochester, Manchester, and Nashua. That's where we could get a slushy coating to an inch of snow. Looks like the worst of the travel conditions start to wrap up around 9 o'clock this evening, and the storm will pull away shortly thereafter. By early tomorrow morning, I think we're looking at much better weather, partial sunshine, though there still may be some slick spots, especially anything that is wet and untreated overnight could once again ice up. For Concord, I think we see basically no snow through early this afternoon. There may be a coating on grassy surfaces around 3 o'clock today, perhaps an inch or two possible after dark this evening. But in a place like Wolfboro, the snow breaks out later on this morning, an inch on the ground by noontime. We could have a few inches of heavy wet snow on the ground starting around 3 or 4 o'clock, and you should wind up with about 5 to 6 inches of snow in Wolfboro by the time this storm wraps up tonight. Overnight temperatures fall back below freezing, so again, anything that is wet and untreated is likely to freeze up. Use caution, especially on secondary and back roads through early on Friday. But Friday itself will feature better weather. There may be a quick mountain snow shower or two tomorrow. Otherwise, it's partly sunny and breezy with temperatures in the lower 40s. A good day to get some Black Friday shopping done or even go grab your Christmas tree. Over the weekend, it's cool, it's breezy, partly sunny skies, and a cold stretch of weather building in with temperatures in the 30s through much of next week.